Hi everyone, it's Jane and you asked me to do a video on koalas versus drop bears. First and most important facts, drop bears are real. They tend to target people from overseas more often than not, especially if you don't have an Australian accent. Sorry. But if you do put Vegemite and toothpaste behind your ears, especially put a bit of Vegemite just across here, you will almost certainly scare them off, which is fantastic. I mean, you'll scare everybody else off as well, but you'll definitely not see a drop bear if you put Vegemite just here. On the topic of actual real koalas, that's a bit different. Koalas are surprisingly stocky critters. Like, for their size, they're really heavy. They're not just fluff, they're solid. And they sleep 22 hours a day. So most of the time, even if you are going through their habitat, you won't actually see one, unless it's like lying on the side of the road or something, which is a bit gross. But anyway, so the thing with koalas is, yes, they can do damage. They can actually do real damage. They have 2 thumbs and 3 fingers. So 5 appendages, but 2 thumbs and 3 fingers, so they can grip onto leaves and branches really tightly. And that also means they can grip onto you really tightly. The ones that you see in zoos that you can cuddle are usually raised or have been in the zoo since they were very, very young, and so they're quite fine with humans. And they're often babies as well, because a full-size koala is really heavy. The other thing is that if you happen to come across one in the wild, 9 times out of 10, I mean, they're not aggressive critters. They're really, really docile. And they don't want to have anything to do with you. They'll run away from you before letting you touch them. But if they can't run away, they might attack. Like, they can really do some damage. They can really scratch you up. So if you don't want to end up in the emergency room explaining to the doctors and nurses that you did something really stupid with a marsupial, just let them be. And yes, they are marsupials, they're not bears, so they're actually more closely related to kangaroos and possums than they are bears. But having said that, it is rare to even see one in the wild, let alone be able to get close enough to touch one, because they live in the trees. They live way up in the trees. So for them to come down to the ground in the first place, there has to be a really good reason. So that's the story with koalas and drop bears. See ya.